Hey glam girls and guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Iniyade. I hope you stay and we need to talk. So if you've been anywhere on TikTok or basically any social media platform lately, you will see that this 48 oyster story has been blowing up, okay? 48 oysters, 48 oysters, 48 oysters. That's just all I've been hearing. People are getting dragged from different angles. So today I want to talk about this whole story, who's right, who's wrong, what are the pros, the cons, and what I really think about this whole situation, because I feel like there's a lot to unpack here and we need to talk about it. Let's give some backstory really quick. I'm actually gonna have a TikTok video here. I'm gonna just watch it to refresh my mind, okay? Because I'm not a robot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just a girl.
A woman has gone viral for ordering 48 oysters during a date. The TikToker known as Iguana documented her date at the Atlanta Oyster Bar, which was celebrating Oyster Tuesdays. Now, as part of the deal, you got a dozen oysters for $15. Now, in this video, you can hear her loudly slurping up each oyster. Oh, this gave me the absolute ick. I can't stand when people are loud chewers, and now I'm going to add this to the list.
Yeah, when the fourth one came out,
She was eating those oysters up.
I love that this wasn't the only thing Iguana ate on this date. She also decided to order a serve of potatoes and crab cake. Now, this is despite the fact that her date didn't actually order any food. He just had one glass of white wine. Well, he actually ended up going to the bathroom and never coming back. So I think he knew what Iguana wanted. She wanted him to cover the bill, and he thought, getting out of here before the bill even arrived.
Okay, so as you can see, this guy has been messaging this girl, right, she said for weeks. So I did some little extra research mainly because I'm nosy, but this guy has been messaging this girl for weeks, right? And she just finally thought, let me go out, on this date or whatever and eat this man's money up, okay? She really planned to eat good, and that's exactly what she did.
Damn, little lady. You sure can't put it away.
She ate 48 oysters and she enjoyed every single one of them. As you guys can hear, she was slurping them up. In her mind, she was like, I'm gonna run up a check, I'm gonna run up a tab. Now everybody is up to date. We're all informed. Okay, so we're going to give the rights and the wrongs, the pros and the cons, and then we are going to decide at the end who is really in the wrong, okay? So you guys may or may not like my answer. Let's get into it. One thing I really thought was super lame was just the whole action of getting up and leaving, right? I don't think he's wrong for not wanting to pay for all that. I think she definitely was taking advantage of the situation. You took somebody on a date, they start ordering all these crazy items. I think she even ordered like more stuff, not just the oysters. Like she got drinks, she got all these things. So I thought it was pretty lame of him to just get up and leave. I understand that he probably saw that check or probably saw her food and was like, hell no, like I can't even pay for this. I don't even want to pay for this. But I do think it was very lame of him to leave. I'm sorry. I feel like you're a grown man. You could have definitely communicated. If I was the one who was paying for that food, honey, before you even get on the 12th oyster, if I know that it's not in my bank account, I'm going to stop you. And communication is key. I'm going to tell you, like, look, you're cute, girl. I like you, but the rest of those oysters, that's on your card. He was definitely wrong for getting up and leaving. I don't think that's a gentleman thing to do. And it's so much easier to just communicate. I feel like he was also wrong in that sense because you should have just stopped her before she even started ordering food. Like, I think it was more of an embarrassment thing. Maybe he didn't want to say anything about, hey, like, why are you ordering all this food? But I know me, if I was a man, I would certainly stop you before you can even say 48 out of your mouth, okay? That's crazy. Like 48 oysters to me is really crazy. It's a scary world out here for guys because I feel like you could take somebody on a date and you don't know if they're going to order the 10 seafood platter or the New York strip steak that's $85. Like you just have to like kind of sit there and just put your big boy pants on, because I could see how it's kind of embarrassing to tell someone like, hey, like can you order something else because I can't afford that. On his end, those are his wrongs. He's wrong for bad communication and honestly not stopping the situation before it even happened. Now, I don't know the name of the guy, but I do know the other girl's name. She's a TikToker. Her name is Iguana. Let's get into her wrongs. And I'm not gonna lie, girl, her list is a little bit longer. Okay, it's a little bit longer. I personally think that 48 oysters is an absurd amount I think it also depends, because if you put 48 pieces of crawfish in front of me, I'm gonna probably ask, where's the rest of it? Maybe she just really likes oysters. I know I said that I think that amount of food is a lot, but I don't think she's actually wrong for ordering 48 oysters, right? I don't think it's the number that's the issue. I really think if you're on a date, right, you should order what you want. And I think it was the principle that's actually what's irritating a lot of other people. Like, you knew that you ordered a lot of food, which is why you made a TikTok about it, which is why you were slurping it, which is why you were like, this is good content. Like, and I am in no way an advocate for bashing Black women, and that's not what I'm trying to do, okay? I am a sister myself. I'll never try to paint us in a bad light, but I also believe in honesty and not being super biased. And I feel like, especially on the first date, something as casual as the Fontaine, that was the name of the restaurant, okay? Something as casual as a first date, like, you shouldn't be trying to run up anybody's tab. People think that's like, ooh, I finessed him, but like, you're finessing for food, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's food. Like, to me, that just gives, the bar is low, the bar is in hell. If you feel like making somebody pay a high tab for food is like, ooh, I finessed them, like, that kind of shows a little bit about your standards. You know, oh my God, I sound so mean. I'm not trying to be mean. To me, that's not a finesse. Like, order what you can eat. I guess she can't eat 48 oysters. She actually did. That's what she ordered, what she could eat. Yeah, she did do that. Even me, okay, a girl who likes the finer things in life, I'm not going to use somebody for like a good free meal, right? I'm just gonna order like what I want and eat like a lady. I also think that she was wrong for not doing a better vetting process. This guy may have gotten scared and like run off because that wasn't in his budget. And this is why I always say, you ladies have to do a better vetting process of who you're going on these first dates with. She didn't consider, is this a man that would feel comfortable with paying a tab of 48 oysters? This is a man that this is like nothing for him. She would have done a better vetting process to see if this was a guy that could actually handle something like that. He probably wouldn't have left, right? He probably would have found it funny or maybe even cute. You know, when something is not in your budget, it's not really funny and it's not really cute. So I kind of see why he got up and like ran off. There's some guys who can order a $500 dinner and that is normal for them. And there's some guys who will not spend more than $100 to $200 on dinner. That's your job to figure out which guys you want to deal with, okay? If you're gonna be ordering 48 oysters, you gotta make sure you're on a date with a 48 oyster man, okay? A girl like me, that's all I'm gonna say. I think he said he just wanted to do drinks in the beginning. He didn't even plan to, you know, order food. And I'm not gonna lie, that should have been your first red flag, that he wasn't going to be there when the check came out. Girl, you should have known. You knew this was gonna happen. I honestly feel like this whole thing is fake, but for the purpose of the video, we're just going to go along with the story. These are her wrong. She should have done a better vetting process, and she was wrong for trying to take advantage of the situation. Someone who was genuinely trying to talk to her and she just saw it as food. Honestly, if I don't really like you, I don't even want to sit and eat for hours, you know, just because of free food. Like, I don't even think I would enjoy the food because I don't enjoy the person that's like sitting in front of me, you know, like it has to be a pleasurable experience. I wanted to also show a little interesting video that I found.
I see how everyone is amazed how that girl ate 48 oysters on her first date. This is Anna eating 240 oysters, okay? And like they're $3 an oyster, bro. So this is like our 10th double dozen. So that's like 240 oysters.
Like 240, girl, that's a world. I actually want to know. Let's search this up right now. What is the most amount of oysters ever eaten? Someone was able to eat 492 oysters in 27 minutes. Okay, so maybe 40 oysters is actually not that crazy. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that video because as you can see in this other video, this lady ate so many oysters and the guy had no problem. I think they're actually married. I think they're a couple and he found it funny. I think he found it even cute. They were both laughing in the video. The familiarity between these two made it a little bit more comfortable, right? But if you do this with somebody you don't know, you're probably gonna get a rude awakening. Now that we've talked about the wrongs and the cons, let's talk about the bright side of the story. Okay, what were the positives from this story? One of the main positives I noticed about this 48 oysters story is that oyster sales have actually blown up, okay? People are buying oysters. I don't even like oysters, and now all of a sudden I kind of want to eat some just because of this whole story. This has been really good for a lot of restaurant owners, a lot of restaurants that sell seafood, they're making a lot of sales, getting a lot of customers, especially this specific restaurant. A couple days after that video got uploaded, they actually got a lot of customers. A lot of people were coming in, a lot of people were ordering oysters, and this is good for them, right? This is good for oyster distributors. This is good for everybody in the oyster community. So that to me is the bright side. I love seeing businesses grow, so I'm very happy for anybody selling oysters right now because this is your time to shine, okay? People are actually creating a challenge out of this. Like, people are going to restaurants to see if they can eat 48 oysters, right? So
this is what happened when I tried to take 48 oysters to the face. This restaurant had a 99-cent oyster happy hour. I started by ordering 2 dozen and then...
I'm nervous about this, but can I do 2 more dozen oysters?
So I really did my best here, but...
There's 7 left. I can't do it. I need to call it. I feel like that was pretty good though.
On our side, it's like a fun, cute little challenge, but these people, their wallets are getting fatter, okay? Business is getting better, and they're making a lot of money because if one person is ordering 48 oysters, right, and they're getting all these customers a day, just imagine how much money they're making. This is actually a perfect example on how TikTok can scale your business and blow up your business overnight. I'm sure they were already doing well before. This just goes to show the power of TikTok. One video has brought so much commotion over these oysters, right? So yeah, good for the business on the bright side. Great for them. Now that we've listed the pros, the cons, the rights, the wrongs of this entire 48 oyster story, we are now going to decide who will be awarded the You Know You Are Wrong trophy. This is a trophy I made up in my head, and we're just going to pretend this is a real trophy over here. Can I please get a drum roll for the winner of this trophy? I have to do my own drum roll. And the winner of the You Know You Wrong trophy is Iquana. I'm so sorry, girl. Like I said, you know I'm a sister. I really didn't want to pick you, but I have to be realistic, and in the whole situation, I am on the guy's side. That is so painful for me to say out of my mouth. That I really hate to say it, but I take the guy's side. I think, you know, Iquana is in the wrong. Yes, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I want you guys to also comment, who do you think is wrong in this situation and why? Because I want to say a special thank you to everyone who has been supporting. By the time I post this video, I believe that I will be around 500 subscribers, which is amazing. Like, we are actually growing a real community here. Like, that is just crazy to me. Complete strangers are ready to support me. But yes, I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you so much for watching this video. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye, glam girls and guys.